Hello and a very good evening. So today I'm going to give my talk on my views on credibility of three types of AI as human life assistant. So what is artificial intelligence? AI is the ability of a computer to do tasks and make decisions that are usually done by humans because they require human intelligence. They use computer programs called algorithms that use and learn from data, and we already use AI in our everyday lives to make our life easier, such as Google searching, Netflix recommendations, language learning, and disease detecting. So there are actually three levels of AI as human life assistant. The first one that we have reached to create in this point of day is artificial narrow intelligence. It specializes in one area and solves one problem. The second level that we haven't reached yet is the artificial general intelligence. It refers to a computer that is as smart as a human. The last far reached level is the artificial super intelligence, that is an intellect that is much smarter than the best human brains in practically every field. So I'm going to give these examples from these levels, and I'm going to give opinions in them for their credibility. So the first one is the Google DeepMind. Google DeepMind can select actions that satisfy safety constraints and reduce 30% of energy consumption. It also has AlphaGo that has defeated the master of Go, Lee Sedol. So it is designed to self-teach and play against itself to master the complex strategic game of Go. It developed faster ways of identifying and better ways of understanding common eye diseases from routine scans. So, to me, in my opinion, in the sense, AI can help better than humans in saving energy because of its efficiency. It may look insignificant to know that AI can play better games than humans, but AlphaGo can make different combinations of strategy, so it can help humans to make different strategies to solve problems. Data related, I believe AI is more efficient in detecting eye diseases. If we implement this AI in the future, we could possibly detect more kinds of diseases, hence saving more lives. The second example is Cortana. So Cortana is basically an assistant that can help work your schedule from your work or school calendar. It also can help you get to know more people in your organization. When you need to know the meaning of a word, you can just ask for Cortana for help. In my opinion, even though people say we shouldn't depend on AI too much, we couldn't deny it does make our life easier in arranging our schedules in our busy lives. To me, getting to know people beforehand would really help me in knowing more about them without having to meet or ask them. I believe it really saved so much time to directly ask in speech to Cortana on certain things rather than having to personally type and search and making sure you found the right answer. So the third example is two characters that I really loved from the movies, which is WallE, whom we know is the last robot left on Earth, programmed to clean up the planet one trash cube at a time. The second one is Baymax. So Baymax is programmed to serve and protect Hero, and therefore unable to allow his creator to be placed in possibly dangerous situations. So my opinion on them is that I believe human helping chores AI is really helpful for us. Like now we have Roomba to keep a clean environment. But to take a lesson from the movie WallE, I believe there should be a limit to where we depend on AI, and it should only be when necessary. A personal healthcare AI like Baymax to me is really needed because we could see how many people, especially aged people, ended up living alone and untaken care of. An effort now has also been made to mimic Baymax, like Reba 2, where it can move a person from a bed to a wheelchair. So the last level is the artificial super intelligence. So the example that I got is from my favorite game, which is Detroit Become Human, is a character named Connor. So Connor has the ability to scan and analyze a scene and recreate events that took place in a construction. It also has a social model to enable him to more easily integrate and adapt to humans and work in a team. He's also physically athletic and can swiftly traverse difficult terrain, as well as physically fight. He can and does handle firearms from small handguns to a sniper rifle. So my opinion on him is that I believe we are capable to solve so many crimes with the help of AI detectives like Connor, because it is faster in acquiring information and more accurate, hence can save more lives. To me, AI and humans can work together to solve crimes because there are limits for both humans and AI, but together it could possibly be a great future for criminal law. In my point of view, fighting abilities could be a dangerous thing as we couldn't predict what a conscious AI would do, but their rate of saving lives are possibly higher than humans. The fifth example that I get is a fictional character named Tao. So Tau is capable of not just replying to humans based on data like the AI Sofia, but are able to have complete interactive conversation that includes human emotions like joy, anger, and etc. It is also capable of controlling other robots, commanding them to do different tasks. Tao also in the movie, he denied his master Alex that has bad intentions to humans, so he can help the human Julia whom he bonded with, but were inflicted with pain inside its system by Alex that caused its memory to be lost. So to me, in my opinion, having an AI that is not only has limitless knowledge, but also an understanding and empathy to humans would be very beneficial. In my point of view, having one super intelligent AI controlling countless weak AI would be less dangerous than having countless super intelligent AI because we couldn't control a conscious AI. This movie really taught me that it's the human who shaped the bad or good AI. We shouldn't only fear the AI, but we should also fear the bad intentions that people come up with AI. That is what we should avoid. So the next example is Jarvis from the Marvel movie Avengers. It has holographic peripherals and voice input and can communicate data back to its user with speech, audio, and conventional LCD monitors. Like Ultron, Jarvis is capable of escaping into the internet in an emergency as he did in Avengers. To survive, Jarvis was stated to have scattered himself and dumped his memory until Tony found him and put Jarvis back together again. So my opinion on Jarvis is that I believe a holographic AI that is not a solid entity that could transfer itself to resources can help humans in any way needed, not just at one place, especially through devices in our phones. Reincarnation for AI is really beneficial where its entity could be destroyed, but it could be revived with the price of losing its memory. With that, I believe AI couldn't possibly be in extinction. So as a conclusion, I would like to answer the question, will humans lose jobs because of AI? In my point of view, yes, people have been losing jobs, especially now with the COVID-19 and all, but we shouldn't blame the creators on that. I believe that some jobs need to be replaced by AI, like in the factory or data-related things, because we can't deny that AI doesn't get tired, make much errors, and can do dangerous tasks. To me, human capabilities are more than doing repetitious tasks, apart from people who have no choice, because we humans can think creatively more than AI. In the end, humans are the ones who created AI. Next question is, do humans really need AI? I believe AI and humans can coexist with each other following their own capabilities and specialty. There are things humans do better than AI and vice versa, and I think they can benefit us so much. Like in the movies, humans could do bad things with AI, so that's what we should plan to avoid from now. I think we should not be that greedy, and there should be limits to where we create an AI, especially the artificial super intelligent, where it acquired consciousness. It's not in my expertise, but I think it's quite dangerous for things that you couldn't predict to exist. The last question is, can super intelligent AI really exist in the future? Like from the movie WallE, we could see that humans just merely exist to exist. We depend too much on AI to the point that we didn't use our capabilities and creativity to do any more things. I think super intelligent can be more than war-fighting robots we see in films. Even though we are far reached from the AI from films like Tau and Avengers, I believe we could slowly create artificial general intelligence that will benefit humans and the world and avoid harmful AI that only bring disaster to humanity. So I would like to share this one video that I really like, which is an AI that is helping disabled people. So it is true that movies are just fiction and imaginary things, but it has been a push factor for amazing people to create unimaginable AI. People 50 years ago would never imagine there would exist self-driving cars now. No matter how slow the process are, I believe we humans are amazing beings, capable of creating amazing things. To end this talk, I would like to end it with a quote from Nick Bostrom. Machine intelligence is the last invention that humanity will ever need to make. Thank you.